A reading from the book of the prophet Hosea, the threat of exile, chapter 9. Do not rejoice, Israel. Do not shout for joy like other peoples, for you have deserted your God to play the whore. You have loved the fee of prostitution on every threshing floor. The threshing floor and winepress will not feed them. New wine will fail them. No more shall they live in the Lord's land. Ephraim shall return to Egypt, and in Assyria shall eat polluted food. No more will they pour libations of wine to the Lord, and their sacrifices will not win his favor. They will be like funeral fare for them. Whoever eats them will be polluted, for their food will be to sustain their life. It will not come to the house of the Lord. What will you do on the solemn festival, on the day of the Lord's own festival? Even if they escape destruction, Egypt will round them up. Memphis will bury them. Nettles will inherit their fields, and thorn bushes invade their tents. A prophet's reward. The days of punishment have come. The days of retribution are here. Israel knows it. The prophet is mad, and the inspired man a fool. Because of your great guilt, your hostility is great. The prophet is a watchman over Ephraim for my God. A fowler's trap is placed on all his paths, and enmity in the house of his God. They have become deeply corrupt, as in the days of Gibeah. He will remember their guilt. He will punish their sins. Punishment for crimes. It was like grapes in the desert when I found Israel, like seeing early fruit on a fig tree when I saw your ancestors. But when they reached Baal Peor, they devoted themselves to shame and became as loathsome as the thing they loved. The glory of Ephraim will fly away like a bird. No giving birth, no pregnancy, no conceiving. If they rear their children, I shall take them away till no one is left. Woe to them indeed when I leave them. Ephraim looked to me like Tyre, planted in a meadow. But Ephraim will bring out his children for slaughter. Give them, Lord. What should you give? Give them wombs that miscarry and dried up breasts. The fullness of their wickedness came at Gilgal. There I came to hate them. Because of the wickedness of their deeds, I shall drive them from my home. I shall love them no longer. All their princes are rebels. Ephraim is stricken, their root has dried out, they will bear no more fruit. Even if they do bear children, I shall slaughter the darlings of their womb. Because they have not listened to him, my God will reject them, and they will become wanderers among the nations. The word of the Lord. A reading from the book of the prophet Hosea, chapter 10, Israel's disobedience. Israel was a luxuriant vine, yielding plenty of fruit. The more his fruit increased, the more altars he built. The richer his land became, the richer he made the sacred pillars. Theirs is a divided heart. Now they will have to pay for it. He himself will hack down their altars and wreck their sacred pillars. Then they will say, "We have no king, because we have not feared the Lord. But a king, what could he do for us?" They speak mere words, swear empty oaths. Agreements are made, and justice spreads, like a poisonous weed in the furrows of the fields. Samaria's citizens will tremble for the calf of Beth Aven. The people there will mourn for it. So will its idol priests, as they exult in its glory when it has been exiled from them. It will be carried off to Assyria as tribute to the great king. Ephraim will reap the shame and Israel blush for his disobedience. Samaria's king shall perish like a straw drifting on the water. The high places of Beth Aven, the sin of Israel, will be destroyed. Thorns and thistles will grow over their altars. Then they will say to the mountains, "Cover us," and to the hills, "Fall on us." Since the days of Gibeah, Israel, you have sinned. There they have taken their stand, and will not war overtake the guilty at Gibeah? I am coming to punish them. Nations will muster against them to punish them for their two crimes. Invitation to repentance. Ephraim is a well-trained heifer that loves to tread the grain, but I have laid a yoke on her fine neck. I shall put Ephraim into harness, Judah shall plow, and Jacob draw the harrow. Sow righteousness for yourselves. Reap a harvest of faithful love. Break up your fallow ground. It is time to seek out the Lord until he comes to rain righteousness upon you. You have plowed wickedness. You have reaped iniquity. You have eaten the fruit of falsehood. Because you have trusted in your chariots, in your great numbers of warriors, turmoil will break out among your people, and all your fortresses will be laid waste. As Shalman laid Beth Arbel waste on the day of battle, dashing mothers to pieces with their children, so it shall be done to you, Bethel, because of your great wickedness. At dawn, the king of Israel will be no more. The word of the Lord.